Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
The Yankees took game one of the doubleheader 3-2, and a big reason why was that swing of the bat by Oswaldo Cabrera in the 6th inning. That was a 2-run shot to give the Yankees a 3-0 lead. Clay Holmes came in and locked down the save, locked down the W, the 11th win for the Yankees already this year. Now we fast forward to game 2 in this day-night doubleheader as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It'll be the Yankees against the Cleveland Guardians from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Hello, everybody. John Flaherty again, joined by Jeff Nelson. We've got you for game 2 of this doubleheader. Yankees will send out a new pitcher tonight, Cody Petit, who hasn't pitched in the major league since 2022 because of Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, Flash, very few teams, if any, just stay with 5 starters or use 5 starters the whole year. Cody Petit's getting an opportunity to slide in that rotation. He had 2 starts in AAA. He's got the fastball, change-up combination. He will mix in a slider. He started 9 games for the Miami Marlins. He last pitched in July of 2022.
Here's the resume, 29 years old, his 3rd big league season, 4th-round pick by the Marlins, and you can see has not pitched since July 16, 2022. So he'll get the start in tonight's ball game. Giancarlo Stanton did not play in game 1 of the doubleheader. He's going to be the DH in game 2. And Nelly, he's gotten off to a slow start, but has picked it up his last 5 games.
He has, and when he starts rolling, everybody just climb on his back. He's just been incredible over the last 5 games, and the power numbers are back as well. This is over the weekend at home, opening weekend actually against Toronto. He hits one. It was a wall scraper. Well, he got a little thirsty here, Flash. How about off the Poland Springs side for a grand slam? And then he hit one off the Marlins. Well, that home run, well, he just completed all 30 teams, a home run against all 30 major league teams.
We're going to take a look at the numbers for Giancarlo. 125 over his first 6 games. The last 5, 421, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, and you can see the OPS. I guess we expect that kind of production from Giancarlo Stanton. I don't know if we expected it from Oswaldo Cabrera. Meredith Marakovitz caught up with a lot of Oswaldo's teammates to give their impression on the red-hot start for the Yankee third baseman.
The Twin Bill. Hey, everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovitz. Oswaldo Cabrera is really making the most of his opportunity to start the season. His 2-run shot in the 6th wound up being the difference maker in game 1, and he's now homered 3 times in the 10 games he has played. One thing's for sure, his teammates are not surprised by Oswaldo Cabrera's success at the plate.
Talk about somebody that comes to the field every day and gives everything he has. Like, the definition is Oswaldo Cabrera. Like, watching him grow, watching him come up, watching him play the game, how he handles himself, how he handles his teammates, it's top of the charts for me.
He's such a high motor guy, hardworking guy. I know he didn't have the year that he wanted last year at the plate, and he put a lot of work in this offseason to make sure that he was able to make adjustments and do what he's doing right now. And I think what he's doing now, he's very well capable of maintaining that throughout the year.
Oswaldo Cabrera remains in there at third base, and he's going to get even more opportunity with John Birdie now landing on the injured list. DJ LeMahieu still on the injured list, and Aaron Boone was asked if he feels comfortable putting Cabrera out there every day at third, and Boone did not hesitate, saying he has all the confidence in the world in Cabrera's ability. Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, John Flaherty will be joined by Jeff Nelson. First pitch coming your way after the break.
New customers can get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed when they place any $5 bet. And by Hyundai, it's your journey. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. CC Sabathia, Yankee legend, Cleveland Indian legend. This turned out to be a beautiful evening at Progressive Field for Game 2 of this doubleheader. We're going to take a look at the New York Yankees lineup, which is brought to you by TikTok Anthony Volpe at the top playing shortstop. Juan Soto in right field batting second. Aaron Judge in center field batting third. Anthony Rizzo cleaning up at first. Giancarlo Stanton back in the lineup as a DH. Gleyber Torres at second. Alex Verdugo in left. Oswaldo Cabrera, the hero from Game 1, playing third. And Austin Wells behind the plate. And there is Tristan McKenzie, young right-hander, making his third start of the year, 1-1 with the ERA of an even 4. And let's check out our Nissan pitcher scouting report on Tristan McKenzie.
Well, the eye level flash, he likes to change the eye level of the Yankees hitters, breaking balls down, the fastball up, and he'll throw that fastball up in the zone, the four-seamer. Not overpowering, only 91-92, but you see how skinny he is, 165 pounds at 6'5". It gets on you. That fastball will get on you, look a little faster than that 91-92.
We're going to take a look at the Guardians defensively. Stephen Kwan in left, Laureano in center, Florial in right, Arias at third, Rocayo at shortstop, Jimenez at second, Naylor at first again, Jose Ramirez DHing in Game 2, and David Fry behind the plate. Take a look at our Bigelow T weather. Beautiful 57 degrees, feels like 54. Nelly again, a 1% chance of rain tonight, and that wind a little bit from left field to right field, but the wind really has died down from the start of Game 1.
Well, that'll really help the outfielders as far as being able to get under some fly balls. You will wonder, though, how much the shade going into the sun, will that affect some of the jumps of the outfielders once they see the ball coming out of the shade into that sun where they're standing?
A 6-10 start here in Cleveland, and shadows will definitely be a factor. It is bright in center field, shadows on the infield, and Anthony Volpe leading off for the third straight game. And here we go, Game 2 of the doubleheader. A first pitch fastball for strike 1 from McKenzie. Volpe went 0 for 4 in the first game. He did walk. Tristan McKenzie making his third start of the year, had an injury-plagued season last year, only started 4 times. The major injury was a strain of the UCL ligament in that right elbow. Opted for rehab instead of, didn't need surgery, and coming back this year trying to get back on form as Volpe skies one down the right field line and foul.
Yeah, I've gotten to know him ever since he was in high school, and do a charity event every year with him in Florida, and I was asking him a couple years ago in 22, ask him about what he does in the winter. Does he take any time off? And he was like, oh no, you know, I need to throw all the time. Once the season ends, I still continue to throw. And I was maybe a little surprised, because guys don't shut it down. I think that's the one. Most don't. Most continue to either hit or throw, and that might have cost him. He was injured pretty much all last year. You mentioned, what, 4 starts, you know, only 16 innings last year for the Guardians.
Yeah, and you think back to 2022, he made 30 starts, an ERA of 2.96, 11-11 record. And that is a leadoff walk from Anthony Volpe, so on base again to start Game 2. We're going to take a look at our keys to the game, which is brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, perfect. You got the leadoff walk. Traffic, a lot of traffic on the bases, especially the last 4 games. The first game, 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position, 9 left on, and grind it out. Don't be satisfied with that Game 1 win. Grind this one out and try to get the sweep. And the bullpen's probably going to be used a lot today. You had 12 outs in Game 1 from them. See how many Cody Poteet can give the Yankees as a starter.
Well, the bullpen will be interesting. Luis Gil is out in that bullpen, so he can give the Yankees some innings if Aaron Boone needs him. Here's Juan Soto, went 0 for 4 in Game 1 with a walk. And there's that Tristan McKenzie curveball that just stayed up in the zone.
Well, as a tall pitcher, 6'5", he's 165 pounds. A lot of times you're a little slower to the plate than shorter pitchers. You want to see if Anthony Volpe can get a jump. He has that jump lead.
Take a look at the home plate umpire, Stu Sherwater. More outside strikes, more high strikes. He is pitcher friendly.
His 11th big league season.
Even the umpires are worried about workloads. Plate umpire Jordan Baker, he had to take the night off. I worked the plate. I'm going to watch this in the locker room.
I'm glad you brought this up, though. Load management was a big deal the last couple of years. You look at this Yankee lineup that they're running out here for Game 2. Austin Wells catching, taking over for Trevino, but a lot of the same guys in that lineup, both ends of a doubleheader.
Well, I'm hoping guys are like, hey, you're going to have to. I'm not coming out of the lineup. I mean, that's like the old Yankees of old. Players of old. No, you know, the manager will go up to him and say, hey, you want a day's rest, or you want the second game off, and most of them say, heck no, I'm in. Maybe that's the case here.
Good jump by Volpe. Fry with the throw, and that's going to be a short hop and going to be late. 5th stolen base on the year for Anthony Volpe. Great jump.
Yeah, great jump, and no chance in Fry and getting him. Watch this jump from Volpe. There's that lead. You don't see that around the major leagues, and it was a breaking ball, curveball, a big looping curveball from Tristan McKenzie, so very easy to steal off of, especially if you get a jump like that.
The numbers for Soto in his 13 games. He plays every day, and I'm wondering, Nelly, if that is going to rub off on these Yankee teammates. Ooh. That's what you're supposed to do when you get a 3-1 fastball down the middle. Fouled it straight back. Good swing.
Well, you hope so. I think he has set examples as far as being patient at the plate, looking for certain pitches. I think that's rubbed off when you look at the walk rate by the Yankees and how many pitches per at bat the Yankee lineup sees.
That fastball misses in. Well, the Yankees have something going here. First and second, nobody out for Aaron Judge. Judge DH'd in Game 1, playing center field in Game 2. Had a couple of hits, 2 for 5 in Game 1. Judge had a double to right field, a line drive right back up the middle in the 5th inning. One of the best swings he has taken in a while. As he takes a slider for a strike.
And this seems like this is going to be the scenario all year, that they're going to be very careful with Soto. As good as he is, he's going to walk over 100 times, and it's going to be left up to Aaron Judge and guys behind him to.
Hard shot to third. Arias over to second, across to Naylor, who can't pick it. Aaron Judge hustling down the line. The Guardians get 1, but do not complete the double play. First and third for the Yankees.
Well, like I mentioned, it's going to be the scenario, and it's going to be up to Aaron Judge when guys in front of him walk in order for him to get it done and drive in those runs. It was a good transfer from Arias, and it just looked like Jimenez.
Looks like Soto was safe as second as Jimenez came off the bag. So the Platinum Glove winner last year with a mistake not only with the throw but leaving the bag early. Yankees are set up for a big inning. Bases loaded, nobody out for Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, it looked like when Jimenez caught that ball, that right foot was off the bag when he went to throw to first. You watch this, you see that, well, actually it was his left foot. He catches it on the hop. He does not come back down on the bag. So that was a great pickup by the second base umpire, Dan Marzell. There you see him wave off, call Soto safe.
It's going to be an E on Jimenez, an error, as Rizzo flips one down the left field line and foul. Anthony had a good Game 1, 2 for 3 with a walk. Batting average now creeping up there at 269. I mentioned Jimenez, the Platinum Glove winner last year in the American League.
Well, right there as a second baseman, you just got to realize who's running. You know, Judge is not a fast runner. I mean, he runs decently, but, you know, not busting it down the line.
Line drive right back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit as Volpe is going to score easily. And Anthony Rizzo continuing his hot hitting from game one. Base hit and RBI, and the Yankees are on the board.
That looked like a rolling curveball from McKenzie. You see it just rolls up there. Nice job by Rizzo going down to get it and just basically serving it into center field for an RBI base hit. There you see Soto. He holds up, wants to make sure that ball's not going to be caught. He wasn't going to make it home anyway, especially with nobody out.
Nelly, you think back to game one, the Yankees had some opportunities with the bases loaded to really blow the game open, but a few double plays slowed them down. Here's Giancarlo Stanton back in the lineup DHing. Went through at some of the numbers in the open to the show. His last 5 games, Stanton is locked in. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Well, this is the time to get pitchers in that first inning. You go from the bullpen mound into the game mound. A lot of times you're throwing in different directions. Maybe the wind's a little bit different as far as how your breaking ball breaks. Getting used to that game mound. I know Tristan McKenzie's used to the mound here in Cleveland, but still, that first inning for a starter to try to settle down or settle in is a tough one.
Went with a curveball on a 2-0 count and missed. 3-0. Giancarlo Stanton. I don't even think we have to talk about it. If he sees something he likes,
3-0, green light,
let it fly. Popped up behind the plate. Fry going to take a look, but it'll find the seats.
Now it's a big inning for the Yankees here. Nobody out, bases loaded. Want to get a bunch of runs here for Cody Petit. Let him settle in, take some pressure off in his first start as a Yankee.
Fouled straight back, another good swing. Watch Stanton hit. It's all about the balance, right? When he's perfectly balanced, it seems like his hands just fly through the strike zone.
Yeah, he's been covering the outside corner pretty well over the last 5 games.
Here's a 3-2. And that misses down and away. Another walk from Tristan McKenzie. Another run for the Yankees. 2-0. Here comes pitching coach Carl Willis, trying to settle down his young right-hander. McKenzie coming off a good outing against the White Sox, 5 2/3. Did not give up a run in that game. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. That is an all-time record to get the disclaimer in without an out being recorded.
Really? Isn't it usually at the end of the game?
It really depends on the game situation, but that's just a very aggressive call by our producer.
I would agree. It's a little early.
Got it out of the way.
He's a little flustered here in the first day-nighter.
He's trying to get the business taken care of before this Gleyber Torres at bat. Gleyber 1 for 4 in the opening game.
It's really not like him. It's usually about the 6th inning or so.
Kind of like it. Now we can just settle in, relax a little bit. Fouled straight back. .26 pitches for McKenzie. Stephen Vogt, rookie manager for the Guardians. Skied the other way and foul.
And you can see where Fry is set up, the catcher for the Guardians. He wanted that fastball up in the zone. You'd be surprised if he tries to climb the ladder again. He missed down and caught way too much of the plate.
The 0-2. Popped up. Fry settling underneath it.
Torres not happy with that at bat. He got a breaking ball. He just got underneath.
One down, that'll bring up Alex Verdugo. Another Yankee who had a good game 1, 2 for 3 with a walk. Ground ball up the middle. Jimenez to the shortstop across the diamond. And Tristan McKenzie works his way out of trouble, but the Yankees put 2 on the board. Playing left field, Andres Jimenez, second baseman, hitting second. Jose Ramirez will DH in game 2. Josh Naylor cleaning up, playing first. Ramon Laureano in center field. Esteban Florial gets another start playing right. David Fry behind the plate. Gabriel Arias playing third. And Brian Rocchio will play shortstop and hit ninth against the Yankee right-hander Cody Petit, making his first start for the Yankees. Those are the numbers from his 2 starts in AAA. And let's take a look at our Nissan pitcher scouting report on Petit.
Yeah, Petit has a good mix. He's got fastball, slider, curveball, change. You'll see a lot more change-ups than fastballs tonight. That's his go-to pitch opportunity. You know, clubs need more than 5 pitchers for his starting pitchers during a season. He's going to get that opportunity tonight, possibly mix in some, and it's been a while. July 16th, 2022, his last major league outing. That was out of relief.
Now that you got to believe there are some nerves, right? That long road back, rehab. You make your way back to a big league stadium, and as you mentioned, gets an opportunity here in game 2, and misses with his first 2 pitches off the plate, behind in the count 2-0.
Yeah, you would like to see the Yankees score a few more runs at 2. You have bases loaded, nobody out, and they grounded into their 20th double play.
Line drive, center field, 1 down. Let's take a look at the Yankees defensively. We just saw Aaron Judge in center, Verdugo in left, Soto in right, Cabrera at third, Volpe, Torres, and Rizzo. Stanton DHing, and Austin Wells gets the start behind the plate for game 2. Andres Jimenez batting second. First pitch swinging, lazy fly ball to left field. Easy play for Verdugo. 2 down.
That'll work. 4 pitches, 2 outs. Cody Petit, major league debut in 2021. His first 3 starts, they were all with the Miami Marlins. 17 innings, only gave up 2 runs. 2 out of his first 3 starts.
Jose Ramirez, Yankees kept him down in game 1, 0 for 4 in that game. Curveball misses. Well, you can see Austin Wells behind the plate when he's setting up. He's basically cutting the corner with his chest protector. There are the numbers. His major league career, the 19 games. The reason I bring up the target is basically this is a guy that's got to pitch to the edges. He doesn't have overpowering stuff. Meredith told us that the changeup is going to be a big pitch if he's going to have success tonight. Behind in the count here, 3-0. Ramirez at 250, couple of home runs, 10 RBIs. Josh Naylor waiting on deck. Hot shot to the right side. Glaber comes up with it, and that is an easy 1-2-3 first inning for Cody Petit. Welcome back to the big leagues. Audi vehicle at your local tri-state Audi dealer today. We go back to game 3, the ALDS a few years ago. That was Tristan McKenzie out on the mound, and Oswaldo Cabrera up at the plate. Your Audi electric moment. Meredith, I'm sure that Oswaldo had something to say about that electric moment.
Well, obviously he hit the home run in game 1, and then that was brought up, and it was asked if he likes hitting here at Progressive Field, and he just had a smile from ear to ear. He said that is a moment he will never forget. He still remembers it like it was yesterday. A huge home run at the time, obviously, and a big at-bat for Oswaldo Cabrera.
Looked like the same pitch as in game 1 that he had. High fastball. Same result.
And guys, it's nice to see him succeed early in the season. He puts in a ton of work. He's always out there doing early work, and you heard his teammates talk about him like Jose Trevino and Clark Schmidt. He is a guy that you root for sure. He has the best attitude. Even last year when he was struggling, couldn't find his way at the plate, he would just put his head down and continue to try to work to get right. And this offseason, he certainly put work in, trying to tweak things offensively. And he said just watching Juan Soto and the way he goes about his business, he thinks has helped him in the batter's box.
You know, Meredith, we saw DJ LeMahieu in between games working on some things out on the field, trying to get back to the active roster. But with Birdie going on the D or the IL, you would expect Cabrera to be playing every day from here on out until DJ comes back.
And Aaron Boone was asked if he feels comfortable putting Cabrera at third every day, and he didn't hesitate at all, saying he's completely comfortable and confident in Cabrera's ability. Now, we've seen him, you know, Birdie get in when there were lefties on the mound. Now you're going to see him in probably every day, and I'm curious to see if he continues to just bat lefty or if he will bat from the right side at all. He's kind of cut down on that a little bit. He's gone pitcher by pitcher, deciding what's the best for him, but I'm curious to see how that plays out.
Well, with one down, I bring up Austin Wells getting the start behind the plate in game 2. Popped up. Left side. Arias in foul territory and 2 quick outs for Tristan McKenzie here in the second. We're going to look at our injury report, which is brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. And this was a little surprising, placed on the 10-day IL prior to this game with a left groin strain. Played 6 games this season, last played on Wednesday versus the Marlins.
And Flash, Aaron Boone said that he thought he did it, trying to leg out a single in the final game of that series. I asked him how severe he thinks it is, how much time he'll miss, and while there's no timetable, he doesn't think it's incredibly serious, but clearly bad enough to land on the IL. They also added Kevin Smith to the roster, so that's another option when it comes to infielders, and they added another pitcher, familiar face in Ron Marinaccio, up for the first time here in 2024.
Well, thank you for all the updates, Meredith. 2 down to be Anthony Volpe. Drives one to right center field, which is carrying well. Right fielder Florial looks like he made the play up against the wall on the warning track. An outstanding defensive play by the Guardians right fielder, and Anthony Volpe was robbed in game 1. He's robbed in game 2. Yankees lead 2-0. New York Yankees. Tonight's submission comes to us from Rob, who shared this picture of the Yankees' newest fan, his 7-week-old son, George. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Cody Petit back out there for the second inning, a 1-2-3 first. As Naylor, first pitch swinging, rolls over, easy play, 1 down.
Well, the Guardians are swinging like it's getaway day. Early outs. Good for Cody Petit.
Got to believe that the at-bats here early on, although the Yankees walking a ton here early, aren't going to be the easiest to pick up the baseball, especially if you're a guy like Petit who has a good changeup. Bright in center field, shadows on the infield. There's a first pitch strike at 93 that clips the outside corner.
Now with the field being all in shade, and you see the outfield, and then the back of it near the wall is also in shade. Does that really affect the hitter?
Well, the brightness in center field will definitely make it a little bit tougher, but as you can see, the background is still dark, so it might not be the worst situation.
I actually saw that pitch really well. I don't know if I would have a problem.
I actually think, Nelly, you would have a big problem with that pitch. Laureano came into game 1 late and had a double. Good swing, fouls off a curveball straight back. Yankees come into this one 11-3. The Guardians now 9-4. Gotten off to a good start for their rookie manager, Stephen Vogt. Comes 3-2 to Laureano. Hot shot down the left field line right at Oswaldo Cabrera. 2 quick outs. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to your favorite ballpark. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. 5 up, 5 down for Cody Petit. Bring up Esteban Florial. Getting a start in both games of the doubleheader. And he's first pitch swinging.
Oh, good changeup right there from Petit. That's his pitch. You see Florial way out on his front foot and a good sinking action from that circle change.
Florial 0 for 3 in game 1. Petit, the 19th pitch coming. In their first strike at 94. A little more on the fastball than I expected.
Yeah, he does. Usually he's around 91, 92. That was 94.
Check the swing.
That was that curveball. He usually doesn't throw that as often as he does the slider or the changeup.
Austin Wells did catch Petit one time in spring training, so they know each other a little bit, but these are the pitchers that are fun to catch, the guys that you have to change speeds, you have to hit spots, you got to change locations, you got to think along with them. Swing and a miss. 6 up, 6 down for Cody Petit, off to a great start tonight in Cleveland. At overlay. Play along, win cash prizes, and earn Yes rewards to redeem for gift cards and gear. Download now, and remember that if you get Yes on TV, then you get the Yes app for free, or you can sign up for a subscription. Pitching coach Matt Blake going through it with Cody Petit in the dugout. To a great start. 6 up, 6 down. Getting that Yankee lineup back out there for the 3rd inning. It's going to be Soto, Judge, and Rizzo. Soto walked in the first, scored a run.
22 pitches so far for Cody Petit. I wonder what Matt Blake's telling him.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Ground ball to the right side. Naylor up with it to McKenzie. 1 down.
You know, I wanted to ask you a little bit about, I wanted to ask you in spring training, but you know, now we're together during the regular season, about the catching mechanics now and how they're different from when you are, especially framing the ball. And I wonder, you know, for a pitcher, we're always taught pick up the glove, right? You know, pick up the glove, throw the glove. And usually guys will pick up the glove later in their motion. Some will do it right off the bat. But now you see the catcher, he'll give the target, then he drops his glove, and then he picks it back up again.
Let's take a look at the Coors Light beating the pressure. Most walks in the AL this year, 14 for Aaron Judge, so he hasn't gotten hot yet at the plate, but still working his walks. Works under this one, pops it up. Naylor in foul territory, and that's going to be on top of the Yankee dugout. But I think, Nelly, now the catchers are taught set up the target low and really try to get underneath that low strike.
Is that to help the umpire to try to steal low strikes?
Steal low strikes. Now, the downside of that is if you have a pitcher like yourself who used to lock in on the target, you're probably going to have to pick up a body part, right?
Because the most part with pitchers, I mean, you don't want to keep changing your eye level. Because with a catcher, I mean, what are you doing? You're looking at the glove, you're dropping it, so your eye level is changing.
Ground ball. Recchio, 2 down.
It goes from target down and then back up. Also, you see a lot more catcher's interferences this way. You know, when they go back up, they're coming out into the hitter.
Yeah, they're really reaching out. You see that's a high target from David Fry, but if you're going for that low strike, you really have to reach out, and I think that's where that catcher's interference comes into play a lot more than with the traditional stance. The position has completely changed as Rizzo gets jammed, and that's a pop-up, and here's David Fry settling underneath it. He's not going to be able to make the play. You could tell that was trouble right from the beginning. Again, we talked about in game 1, high sky with a little bit of breeze.
And you wonder how much this is not the first baseman's glove. Now Naylor gave way to Fry, the catcher. He watches a fastball and it jammed Rizzo. Naylor's playing back, but he didn't really come in all the way. This is probably the first baseman's ball.
I remember having conversations with my third baseman and first baseman. The pop-up for me was the toughest part of the position behind the plate. I just could never get comfortable. And I would always say, listen, if you guys have a play, it's a lot easier for you coming in to make that play than me, the catcher standing underneath it, trying to figure out where the wind is swirling, which way it's moving. And a little letdown right there from McKenzie, a starting pitcher who thought he was out of this 3rd inning. Rizzo not happy with that call.
Now there are on occasions, and that was a breaking ball down at the end. It might have caught the bottom, looked a little low there. Those occasions that used to be an error by the catcher.
Well, I would think it would be an error. Two-two. Fouled off. Remember playing at Wrigley Field when your buddy David Wells was pitching. Pop up to the infield, and Robin Ventura and I just let it drop right in between us. Robin thought I had it. I thought he had it. And your buddy wasn't real happy with me. Boomer.
You're the air traffic controller right there as a pitcher. You got to be calling who's taking that. We worked on that in spring training. But yelling, you got it, you got it.
Hot shot, base hit for Rizzo with 2 outs. Well, the inning is extended.
Did he give you a little stink eye?
He gave me a big stink eye, you know, and Boomer wasn't afraid to let you know how he was feeling out on the mound.
Nice 3-2 hack right there from Rizzo. It gets a fastball right down the middle of the plate. 2-out base hit.
Yep, you thought you popped up to the catcher and the inning would be over, and now you have a base hit, and here comes Giancarlo Stanton. It's a shot to center field. Laureano settling underneath it, and McKenzie will work his way through the 3rd inning. The Yankees lead 2-0. We'll be back. It is time for Name That Yankee. Here are the career stats. 265 batting average, 200 home runs right on the button, and 1,195 hits. And boy, this player played for a lot of teams. Cubs, Phillies, Indians, Yankees, White Sox, Padres, Texas Rangers, the Yankees again in 79 to 84, and then finally the Chicago White Sox. Name That Yankee. Here's David Fry. 313 batting average, a home run, 7 RBIs.
That's way too many teams, and I was way too young for that.
Line drive right back up the middle. Judge will come in and play it on a hop, a leadoff base hit, and the first hit for the Guardians tonight.
Well, Fry gets a hanging breaking ball there. You see, just hang over the middle of the plate. It's supposed to be away. Fry serves it into center field for a base hit. That was like 10 teams.
Well, here's the good news. You must have been,
know it?
No, I don't know it, but he must have been a great player if he went to all those teams and actually played for the Yankees twice, wasn't at the White Sox a couple of times. So probably a real good player with a real good team attitude if you're going to be going to all those places, multiple teams.
Maybe not a great clubhouse guy if you're playing multiple teams. Like, okay, we've had enough of you. Go to the next team.
200 home runs in the big league, so it was a productive career. Arias fouls it straight back.
See, the first one in game 1, I actually was shown earlier, so I mean it was a little bit easier to figure out. Now it just comes on the screen for like 10 seconds, and I'm supposed to try to figure that out.
It's overwhelming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now we know Aaron Boone has been really good at name this Yankee, and he had a tough time with this one.
There we go. Now it'll stay in there for at least 5 seconds.
He moved around a lot, 76, 77, 78, 79, and then stuck around with the Yankees for a few years.
Career.
Petit made 2 starts for AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre, going at a 2.16 ERA in 8 1/3 innings. And he gets that fastball in the outside corner for the first strikeout of the night. First out here in the 3rd.
He's had a good four-seamer, 94, 95, and this just catches the outside. A nice frame job by Wells. Get that call. You know, a lot of times when catchers set up on the inside part of the plate and they have to reach across, sometimes they don't get that strike call.
Petit at AAA, 8 1/3 innings, struck out 12, only walked 2. Ryan Rocchio, it's 10 games. Went 1 for 4 in game 1. Fly ball to left field. Verdugo going back. He'll be able to make the play. And it is back to the top of the lineup for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan. Fry taking his lead off of first, has stolen 1 base as Stephen Kwan gets jammed, and a lazy fly ball to left center field. Aaron Judge settling underneath it. That is 3 shutout innings from Cody Petit. Top of the 4th, the Yankees lead 2-0. A couple of hits for the Yankees, 1 for the Guardians. Gleyber Torres takes a breaking ball up and in for ball 1.
I just figured it out, and he was an outstanding guy, by the way.
Who's
and
that?
a very great player.
The name the Yankee?
Yes.
So wait a second, you figured it out on your own, or I saw you on your computer. So is that what happened, or are you going to be honest with everybody, or are you going to make yourself?
I cheated.
Okay, all right. I like the honesty.
Because I couldn't wait till the 8th inning, and I wanted to find out.
There's a computer.
I went right on the computer and looked up the 69 Cubs.
Well, the worst part is that you turned your back to me and went on the computer like this.
Oh,
so
no, I wasn't going to hide it. I was going to admit it.
It looked like you were hiding it. And a 4-pitch walk for Gleyber Torres to start the 4th inning.
That many teams, there's no way I was going to get it without cheating.
Found out a lot about you tonight. You are an honest man.
Yeah, why? Why not? For that, anyway.
Brings up Alex Verdugo, grounded into a double play, his first at bat.
Well, Gleyber's known to swipe a bag or two. McKenzie with that high leg kick. Torres doesn't have a real big lead over at first.
The Guardians really want to get McKenzie back on track. We talked about his injury history, missing most of last year, but 2022, this guy was on top of his game at 388 career strikeouts, 6th most by a Cleveland pitcher in his first 70 games. And there's some big names on that list: Bob Feller, Corey Kluber, Danny Salazar, Herb Score, and Shane Bieber. The injuries got him a little bit last year, trying to get back on track this year. Guardians already without Shane Bieber, missed the whole year with Tommy John surgery. You know, he was off to a great start.
Yeah, it's tough when you lose your #1 starter with Bieber. He's a free. He was a free. He's going to be a free agent at the end of the year.
And everybody speculated that he would be a big-time trade deadline pickup, but I don't think anybody knows how the Central Division's going to play out.
No, you have the Twins. It's one of those divisions, just like the National League Central, that it's just up for grabs. You're not going to see a wild card team come out of either one of these divisions.
Kansas City Royals off to a nice start. A 3-1 count for Verdugo. Good hitters count. Gleyber bouncing around off first. He's on the move and had a great jump. Steals second base easily. 3rd stolen base of the year.
Well, McKenzie didn't even start his windup. Watch Torres go. All you have to do is step off as a pitcher, and we saw it in game 1 with Schmidt on the mound. He just stepped off and he just caught it. I think it was Naylor at second. Torres a huge jump. I'm really surprised that Verdugo swung at that pitch.
I want to ask you, though, I caught plenty of right-handed pitchers who said they could not see the runner at first base. Could you?
No.
Couldn't.
No, because, you know, when you're squared up like McKenzie, and that's what most everyone is, it's tough to see the guy over there. And if you noticed, what did you guys do most of the time? You guys gave us a signal to throw over.
Yes.
So as soon as you guys did that, then we're throwing over. And most guys don't even like trying to pick off over to first anyway. So that's sometimes you'll see guys go over there and the guy's standing on the base. It's like, I don't feel like going over there. Now you have the disengagement rule, makes it a little tougher, and you have to pick your spots. But no, we didn't have any clue how far a guy got off. And that's why during that situation with Torres stealing, most of the time you have the middle infielders yelling, step off, step off.
Yeah, I've had pitchers who would actually tell the third baseman, I'm going to look at you, and had some sort of a signal if I should throw over or not. So obviously they had a good look at the runner off of first, but Yankees set up back-to-back walks. Here's a pickoff at second. Torres back in safely.
Well, you'll see some teams also use the catcher. You know, they'll look in and they'll just drop the glove. This was in game 1 with Cabrera, the big 2-run homer, a fastball upstairs.
Skied to right center field and deep. Florial. It's going to be Florial as Gleyber Torres tags up and advances to third. Another good swing from Oswaldo Cabrera.
Yeah, he got a good piece of that. A good productive out as well, moving Torres over to third. I wonder what the Guardians. This is a situation a lot of times with one out you'll see runners, and Verdugo has good speed. The first and third situation, Verdugo, the runners wind up going and you won't see a throw down the second.
Guardians playing back, looking for the double play. Austin Wells, a number 9 hitter. And these are the situations for a young hitter. First and third, only one out. Get the ball in the air, get the ball to the middle of the field, stay away from the double play that has been a problem for the Yankees early this year. McKenzie quickly ahead in the count, 0-2.
Also with Verdugo on the move, you could have a better chance of staying out of the double play.
Wells had a good spring training offensively, off to a slow start, a 125 batting average, 1 RBI. Trying to add on here in the fourth. Popped up. Foul territory. Arias coming in, will make the play. A big pitch from Tristan McKenzie to get that second out.
You know, the curveball from McKenzie is getting a little bit sharper in that first inning. A lot of rolling breaking balls, and you're just out over the middle of the plate, easy for the hitters to pick up. These last couple innings been a little sharper with that breaking pitch.
Tristan McKenzie trying to work his way out of trouble here in the fourth, has thrown 3 four-seam fastballs at only 89 miles an hour. Something to pay attention to as this one moves on. Anthony Volpe takes that curveball for a strike. Volpe walked in the first, had a line drive to right center field that Florial made a great play on. Line drive back up the middle, base hit. Torres will score easily, 3-0 Yankees. And a nice piece of 2-out hitting from Anthony Volpe.
Well, that's probably why you haven't seen too many fastballs from McKenzie. That ball was supposed to be in. Great piece of hitting by Volpe. See how he clears his hips on that fastball, and it's not hard enough to get it by him. He just smokes it up the middle for a 2-out RBI hit.
Another four-seam fastball at 89 miles an hour, so Volpe able to get there easily. Verdugo off of second, Volpe off of first, and Juan Soto at the plate. Pitch clock getting down. Yep, that's going to be a violation. So it'll be a 2-0 count for Juan Soto.
And that's a situation there when you have men on base, you can step off and reset it. A little surprised that McKenzie didn't step off to reset that pitch clock.
3-0.
McKenzie just doesn't look the same. If you look a couple years ago, he was a guy that really relied on his fastball, and it wasn't overpowering. You know, he might be about a half a mile or a mile from off of what he was a couple years ago, but a lot of fastballs up in the zone.
Deep shot, center field. Laureano going back, gone. Juan Soto, a 3-run shot. Yankees lead 6-0.
This is what happens when you get in the middle of the lineup and you start giving up the walks. The walk to Torres scored. Verdugo scored. You get behind 3-0. Flash another 89-mile-an-hour four-seamer from McKenzie.
Well, he just had the feeling in game one, so many opportunities to blow it open. The Yankees did not do it. They were able to hold on, but now a 6-0 lead on a 3-run blast from Juan Soto, his third of the year. That brings up Aaron Judge with 2 down here in the fourth. Judge 0 for 2, fielder's choice and a ground out.
Well, you're just not going to get an 89-mile-an-hour heater by someone like Soto. A 3-0 fastball, and that was belt high, and he crushed it to center field.
There'll be another walk, another look at the swing.
Well, belt high, and he has the green light obviously every time he gets 3-0 in a 3-0 count.
What you love about this swing, Nelly, a 3-0 count, you see a lot of hitters get over aggressive and try to pull the baseball. That was a 3-0 swing to the middle of the field, trusting that he had enough power to get it over the wall. And another conversation with pitching coach Carl Willis.
Well, you look at a lot of the great hitters, and what do the great hitters look to do? You know what? You watch this. They don't look to pull all the time. Where do they look to? Opposite field, like right center field. If you're Soto, you're probably looking at left center field, and that's where you want to hit the ball most of the time. Freddie Freeman with the Braves, now with the Dodgers. One of the best hitters in baseball. What does he do? He looks to left center field, and that's where he wants to take the ball. Now he'll pull on occasion.
Waldo Cabrera has the best seat in the house right there. You can learn a lot just by listening. .77 pitches for McKenzie with 2 outs in the fourth. Anthony Rizzo having a good game too. A couple of singles, batting average now at .296. Where major league hitters, they make a living, right? You get a starting pitcher with an elevated pitch count. Loop down the left field line. It's going to be out of play.
Well, you get these long innings. The first inning was a long inning for McKenzie. Here in the fourth, a long inning for McKenzie. You can see the elbow drop, the velocity's dropping. The breaking ball doesn't have the sharp break that it did a couple innings ago.
A couple of walks in this inning, a 2-out RBI base hit from Anthony Volpe, and the 3-run shot. Juan Soto. This Yankee lineup is just relentless.
I would imagine this is McKenzie's last inning. 81 pitches.
McKenzie threw 30 pitches in the first, 9 in the second, 14 in the third, and now 28 so far here in the fourth. And we've mentioned this, a guy coming back from injury. That misses badly, down and in. Judge advances to second.
I don't know, Al. Rizzo got out of the way of this. It looked almost like it hit his back foot. This could be his last hitter.
I'd say this will probably be the last pitch. As Anthony Rizzo calls time, as Stephen Vogt, rookie manager, looking on. At some point, you got to protect your young right-hander here with the pitch count at 82. And the 3-2. Breaking ball fouled off.
See where that got him, and right off the front foot. That can't feel good. You ever done that?
Done that. Anthony Rizzo old school, though. He doesn't have the pad on the ankle. He doesn't have the pad on the right elbow. Crowds the plate. Knows he's going to get hit by plenty of pitches throughout the year. That clips the outside corner. McKenzie able to work his way through the 4th inning, but the Yankees add 4. 3 of those runs on the 3rd home run of the year from Juan Soto. 3-0 swinging. It is now 6-0 Bombers. It's on our Cadillac scoreboard. Bottom of the 4th inning. 2, 3, and 4 for the Guardians. Jimenez, Ramirez, and Naylor. It's Cody Petit, who has done a nice job shutting down the Guardians, but also keeping that pitch count in good shape. 9 pitches in the 1st, 13 in the 2nd, only 12 in the 3rd. He's back out here for the 4th inning. Hot shot to the right side. That's going to find a hole as Jimenez has a leadoff base hit here in the 4th inning.
It's just a hanging breaking ball that stays out over the middle of the plate. Nice job by Jimenez. Taking it the other way for a leadoff hit.
Second hit of the night for the Guardians.
You're the Yankees of Petit. You would love a shutdown inning here.
Bring up Jose Ramirez, grounded out in the 1st, DHing here in game 2. Guardians lineup has a little bit of power in the middle. Ramirez and Naylor. The rest of the lineup has to play a little small ball to manufacture runs. Hot shot. Gleyber Torres is going to go to second. Volpe with the nice pick. Get the first out at second base. Good play there, acting like a first baseman, coming off the bag and backhanding it.
Nice pick with Jimenez coming right down his throat too. You watch this slide. I mean, this is coming right into you, the base runner to Volpe. Nice job holding on to the bag and the baseball. Well, sometimes with a lead, when you have a second baseman going as far as Torres did to your left, the easier play is to first
base. Yep. Well, Ramirez now on first. The double play still in order because of that nice pick by Volpe. Naylor takes a first pitch fastball just off the plate. Ramirez taking his lead at first base. Has been a guy that's gone 20-20 plenty of times in his career. I don't know if he'll be running here. Down by 6.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so either. Flash, we're risking a chance to get caught stealing, especially with Naylor. He's got great power.
Any starting pitcher would love to have a 6-0 lead here in the 4th inning like Petit has. Ground ball to second, could be 2. That is a 4-6-3 double play, and Cody Petit has given the Yankees 4 shutout innings. Yankees lead 6-0. Kettering Cancer Center And by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And by Honda. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today. Beautiful night in Cleveland, Ohio. Yankees enjoying themselves. They won game 1 of the doubleheader 3-2. They lead 6-0. Cody Petit has been giving them 4 shutout innings. The Guardians go with a new pitcher here in the 5th. Tyler Beede takes over for Tristan McKenzie. Beede off to a great start this year.
Yeah, real nice start. Fastball, curveball. That's all he's pretty much thrown this year. He does have a slider and a change, but he hasn't mixed that in. He's basically been the fastball, 92 to 93, in the curveball.
Beede pitched for the Yomiuri Giants in Japan last year, posting a 3.99 ERA. Signed a minor league contract with the Guardians. And falls behind Giancarlo Stanton, 3-0.
Six nothing, still early. I would say green light.
Absolutely. Takes a fastball on the inside corner, 3-1. Breaking ball, skied to center field. Laureano now moving a little bit towards right center. One down will bring up Gleyber Torres, 0 for 1, a walk in the 4th, run, and a stolen base.
You know, we were talking early in game 1 about how many walks and how great the Yankees are as far as taking pitches, working the count, the walk rate. 6 walks by Tristan McKenzie. 4 of those have come across the score. That's what you want to see.
Six walks, 4 hits. That leads to 6 runs on the board. And the Guardians have gotten off to a nice start this year, 9-4 record. A lot of people saying this would be a good test for them, the 3 games against the Yankees, to really see how they stack up. Close game in game 1. Big lead for the Yankees here in game 2. Yankees looking to continue that trend of taking series. All winning ball clubs have that mentality. Just keep taking series. The numbers will be there at the end. Line drive, left center field. That'll be a base hit for Gleyber Torres. Let's check out our FanDuel's live same game parlay. Right now, new customers can get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed when they place any $5 bet. Bring up Alex Verdugo, walked his last at bat.
Well, they win this series, they'll tie the 26 Yankees for the 5th and 2010 Yankees for the first 5 series to start, or 5 straight series to start a season. Look at that.
Well, all those championship clubs that you were on, I'm sure that the focus every day was to go out there and pick up a win, but it also becomes different times of the year where, okay, this is a big one to get this series. You almost are looking for small motivating factors day in and day out.
Yeah, and to start the season the way they have, you know, in '98, 114 wins. Started 0-4. You know, and then once you get once you get into the regular season, you know, you start winning series in a row, but you don't think about it. But to get off to a start like the Yankees have this year.
Walk for Verdugo.
You know, sweeps are great, but that's your objectives, to win the series.
There's Oswaldo Cabrera 0 for 2. That ground out and that fly out. Yankees continuing to create traffic on the base paths. Base hit by Gleyber Torres, a walk to Verdugo. One of the hottest Yankee hitters finds himself in another RBI opportunity here in the 5th. And the 1-1 clips the outside corner. Generous call by the home plate umpire, Stu Shearwater.
Yeah, this is a splitter on the outside part of the plate. Fry brings that back up into the zone.
Beatty ahead in the count 1-2. That misses badly. Hot shot over the head of Naylor. That's going to be extra base as Gleyber Torres scores easily. Verdugo to third. Oswaldo Cabrera with an RBI double. And the hot hitting from the Yankees third baseman continues.
Well, you saw two splitters on the outside part of the plate. What's he get this time? He gets a rolling curveball. He just goes down and gets it and shoots it down the right field line. Verdugo holds up only because of that line drive, not knowing if Naylor was going to catch that ball. If he doesn't hold up there and make an attempt to go back to first, he probably scores as well. Here you see Cabrera going down and getting that curveball, shoots it down the right field line.
Here's Austin Wells 0 for 2. Guardians bring the infield in, trying to cut that runner off at home. You could talk about Oswaldo Cabrera and the home run, the big home run in game 1, but how about the two-strike hitting there, going down to get that breaking ball and just scoop it into right field. Wells gets under this one, drills it to center field and deep. Laureano right in front of the warning track. That's going to be a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Wells. 8-0 Yankees.
Well, nice at bat. That's all you want to do. You want to get the ball in the air. You talked about it in game 1 when the infield's in, second and third. Try to lift it in the air somewhere. He gets a hanging breaking ball and he just hits it to center field. And that's a nice at bat. Good productive out. Nice sac fly. RBI.
Those situations, a hitter will always welcome them when they're struggling a little bit because it gets them back on track mechanically. Middle of the field. Don't try to do too much. 8-0 Yankees. 2 down for Anthony Volpe. And Volpe in the leadoff spot again. RBI base hit his last at bat.
You look at Beatty, the fastball not overpowering, 92, 93, a lot of off speed. For a hitter, you probably don't have to really worry about the heat. You know, you're always protecting against a guy that throws in the upper 90s. With somebody with the low 90s, it's probably a little bit easier to adjust to the fastball after you're seeing a lot of breaking balls.
Yeah, I mean, I played with some guys as Volpe drills this one again right at center field. Laureano makes the play. The Yankees add 2 more. They now lead 8-0. We'll continue that conversation when we come back. He has it going on tonight in Cleveland.
Yeah, good fastball. He gets Florial up top with 95, and then in the third, against Arias. He locks him up with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball in the outside part. Put him to sleep with the off-speed, then sneak the heater in. 2 strikeouts, 45 pitches for Poteet.
Mentioned last inning when he was out on the mound, any pitcher would want a 6-0 lead or now an 8-0 lead, but you really got to trick yourself into staying with the game plan, right? And whatever that game plan was coming in, you almost want to trick yourself that it's a 1 or 2-0 game so you don't get away to getting into some bad counts. Keep your focus on the game plan that you talked about before the game. Ground ball to short. Volpe backhands. It's strong and accurate throwing arm. 1 down.
Yeah, as a pitcher, you still have pride. You don't want to give up runs. I mean, hey, it's 8-0. Maybe you can relax a little bit, and if you get behind, you might be able to say, okay, go ahead and hit it. But at the same time, you want to still make your pitches. You still want to throw up zeros. I mean, he did an outstanding job when the Yankees scored 4 in the top of the 4th to throw that 0 up in the bottom half, just like you would love to do here in the 5th. After 2 runs in the top, throw that 0 up and get your guys back in the dugout.
Nelly, I can't imagine what's going through his mind. Probably right now, it's probably going to hit him after the game. I mean, this guy came back from Tommy John all last year as Florial skies this one to right field, and deep. Soto at the wall, gone. Florial with his first home run as a Cleveland Guardian. It's now 8-1 Yankees.
Well, the Yankees knew, and everyone knows what kind of power Florial has. He's always had that good power in the minor leagues, and swing and miss stuff when he got to the big leagues. That time he just got a hanging breaking ball from Poteet.
Bring up David Fry.
You watch this curveball, a little cement mixer. He just drops ahead of the bat, and it just gets over the right field wall. Soto gets back thinking might have a shot. This is where the 8-0 comes in handy. If you give up a run, then you like how he's just going out and attack the next hitter.
There we go. Strikeout for Poteet. 2 down now in the 5th. Comes right back after that solo home run.
Yeah, you immediately flush that bad pitch you threw to Florial, and a nice slider on the outside part to get Fry.
3rd strikeout of the ball game for Poteet. Perfectly located. But I go back to it again. Rehabbing from Tommy John, wondering if you're ever going to get back to the major leagues. Here you are. As this ball's drilled to right field by Arias, that's going to be extra bases as Soto comes up with it. The throw not in time, so a 2-out double. The Guardian 3rd baseman.
Well, especially when you don't have a lot of time in the big leagues. Very limited amount of games in the big leagues. This is just a first pitch fastball. Nice job by Arias. Not trying to pull the ball, just goes the other way with it. And Soto playing a shallow right field, did a nice job playing this off the wall. 19 games in the big leagues.
Yeah.
9 as a starter. And you have Tommy John. You're absolutely right. I mean, you wonder, hey, am I?
Ground ball to the right side. This should do it. As Rizzo flips to Poteet. He's through 5 innings. The Guardians add 1. Yankees lead 8-1. Well, thank you very much, Bob. Let's take a look around the major. Salvador Perez, what a career he has had. 250th career home run today against the Mets. Mike Trout, 6 home runs in his first 11 games this year. And Brock Burke, you never want to break your hand, but you never want to do it punching a wall like he did last night.
At least it was his non-throwing hand, huh? Got that going for him.
8-1 Yankees. We take this one to the 6th inning. As Juan Soto did not look happy with that call. He had his 3rd home run of the year. His last at bat, a 3-run shot, facing a new pitcher, Cade Smith. Some more action in that Guardians bullpen. Parsons getting loose.
Smith, a rookie for the Guardians. Fastball at 95 to 96. Slider in a split.
Tied for second among major league relievers with 12 strikeouts already. A non-drafted free agent.
You know, you talk about Poteet and Tommy John. The one thing now everybody knows that the success rate from coming back. It's just okay. The time you have to put into it, because it's 12 to 15 months, and then him not having a whole lot of time in the big leagues.
Take a look at the exit velocity presented by Spectrum on that Juan Soto 3-run home run. 104.4 miles per hour off the bat. It traveled 408 feet. .15 RBIs this season already, tied for 5th in Major League Baseball.
3-2 count. Good chance you're getting another fastball here.
That misses down and in. Another walk for Juan Soto.
You're down 8-1, and you throw a 3-2 splitter.
Bring up Aaron Judge, 0 for 2 with a walk in the 4th. Fly ball down the right field line. I've seen a lot of that from Aaron lately, Nelly. That fly ball that he's working underneath to the right side of the field.
And he had a good pitch to hit, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle, and he was looking first pitch fastball, and he was just a little late on that. You're right.
Is it late or is it just working underneath? That's a hot shot down the line. Arias can't make the play. Soto around second. Judge around first. He'll cruise into second with a double. The hit parade continues for the Yankees. Second and third, nobody out here in the 6th.
Now Cade Smith throws a 95-mile-an-hour heater that Aaron Judge fouls off to the first base side. What does he do? He speeds up his bat. He throws a slider and Judge smokes it down the left field line. Well, Judge didn't have an injury in spring training and really cut his at-bats down. You know, coming into the season, probably not as ready as he liked.
Yep.
He would like.
There's Anthony Rizzo, first pitch swinging, fouls that off. Again, the Guardians bring that infield defense in, trying to cut that runner off at home.
Nobody out, probably not going on contact.
Anthony Rizzo has been doing this for a long time, though. One of the best run producers in the game. Behind in the count, 0-2. Chokes up on the bat. And he gets punched out on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
You know, this is supposed to be away, and it was down and in. That was a good pitch.
That'll bring up Giancarlo Stanton, second and third, one down. Field still in.
See this four-seamer just right on top of Stanton, 96.
Chopper to the right side. Jimenez up with it. Soto holds. 2 down.
Now right there, you know, usually clubs will go with 1 out on contact. A little surprised Soto didn't go.
So it'll be up to Gleyber Torres with 2 down here in the 6th. see why the Guardians like Cade Smith. Power fastball, perfectly located slider down and away to get ahead in the count.
Fastball on the outside corner.
That fastball at 97 just missed. Looked like it was a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, that looks like a strike. And the only thing I can say is that the catcher, Fry, is reaching across, maybe fools the umpire, but that hit that corner.
2-2 slapped the other way. Naylor comes up with a nice backhanded play over to Cade Smith, who worked himself in a little bit of trouble. He's able to work his way out. 8-1 Bombers. That Yankee, okay, my partner, my cheating partner.
I did. I cheated because I made the comment. It's Oscar Gamble. I made the comment. Maybe he's not a great clubhouse guy, but he is definitely a great clubhouse guy. This guy is tremendous. The late Oscar Gamble, I got to know him well in fantasy camp.
Yep.
You know, Mickey Rivers was the judge. Oscar Gamble was right next to him. He was the lawyer. You never wanted to go to the lawyer. You also never wanted to go to the judge.
Back to the top of the Guardian lineup, Stephen Kwan. It's Cody Petit who just continues to pound that strike zone. And Nelly, we've talked about Tommy John surgery, Petit coming back from that. I mean, it's become an epidemic in our game. I'm wondering if you have any thoughts on how it began, where it's going. What do you think?
Let's see. I better hurry. I don't know if there's a wrong answer as far as somebody coming up with one of the any reason. You know, everybody's pointing at the pitch clock as far as, oh, they have a short time to recovery. I honestly think that's probably the last.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I think it can stem all the way back to youth baseball. I did a lot of youth baseball when I was at MLB.
Juan slaps one the other way. Verdugo comes in and plays it on a hop. Leadoff base hit here in the 6th.
And we do these tournaments in August. And by August, these young kids at 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, they're playing 140 games already. And I know they have some regulations as far as amount of pitches and how many days rest you have to have. But if you notice at that age, they go from the mound to where? Shortstop
probably.
Or behind the plate.
Yep.
Where you're using your arm almost as much as you are at the plate. You don't play year-round. I mean, you're playing year-round baseball. You don't. A lot of kids don't play multiple sports anymore. Yep. You don't see basketball. They end baseball. I think a lot of it is velocity has been such a big part of the game, and there's ways to try to gain velocity, whether it's the weight balls or the Rapsodo or drive line. That's probably a big part of it. You see a lot of big league pitchers that's all they want to hunt. It's not about pitching so much. It's about, hey, I need to throw 98. I don't know where it's going to go, but that's what I want to hit.
And it goes back to what we were talking about with Tristan McKenzie, right? The throwing year round, trying to create velocity even during the off season.
And there's no rest, though. I mean, you look. Okay, I played 15 years, and there was only one of my teammates that had Tommy John. One in 15 years. And I know the game has changed, and you don't really like to go back and say, "Oh, when I played," because I mean it's changed, and everybody's got to accept that. When you go and you end the 162 game season, and sometimes the Yankees are always fortunate, usually, to go into October. We played till the end of October. You took a whole month off and didn't do anything. You know, didn't throw a ball, didn't lift a weight.
Jimenez skies that one to left field.
Didn't start throwing. Well, then December hit, then you started hitting the weight. Didn't start throwing until about the first week of January. And most of the time that was long toss. You know, it depended where you lived. You go to sometimes a big league park and you play catch, but a lot of times you play long toss with the outfielders. Never saw a big league mound until the first day of spring training. And that's with starters and everything. And the young starters maybe, or the young players that had to make a team, maybe they're starting on the mound in January, and they want to be ready to show the coaches and show the organization, hey, I want to make a team. Veteran guys, you don't have to do that.
Yep.
You're using spring training to get ready for the season.
Yep.
They're throwing nonstop. They never give their body a rest. I don't know why. I would love to know why they feel like they need to continue baseball activity once the season's over. I don't know. Maybe you have a little bit of thought about why that happens. And as position players too, they continue to hit.
So I know that if I had access to all the facilities that are out there now, I'd be one of those guys trying to get stronger, faster during the off season. You know, obviously not being a pitcher, but it's got to be so tempting when all of those facilities and ways to get bigger, stronger, throw harder, hit it further. So one thing that I felt like you could control during the winter was physically getting yourself in the best shape. So I probably, if I had to be honest with myself, would be trying to do the same thing.
Oh, I totally agree with you as well. If I had those weight balls or you know, different ways to say, hey, you can add a couple miles an hour on your fastball, I probably would too.
Sure.
Right? I mean, I'm not going to say, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to add 2 miles on my fastball.
Fly ball, center field.
But there still has to, as much as you want to do all that to improve, there still has to be some downtime. You still have to give your body a rest from a long season. And you know, that really doesn't happen. Another thing, that pitchers don't run it. You ever notice? You ever see anybody do pulls?
No.
When your lower half goes, guess what goes? Your shoulder, your arm.
Point. Yeah, that's a good point.
They talk about the third time around the lineup. A lot of it is because these guys are gassed. I mean, you can lift weights, you can do the squats and the lunges and the leg curls and all that other stuff, but pitching's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know, position players, you guys, it's sprint work. You're making quick movements, and I know nowadays that's what you hear, and that's how they're teaching everything that's such explosive moves. Maybe pitching, throwing's a little bit explosive, but most of it's a marathon. Most of it's your lower half.
Pitch clock violation. So it'll be a 1-1 count on Naylor.
No, I'm not a really huge fan of the pitch clock. As a broadcaster, you are. I mean, I could see a 20-second with nobody on, 25 with men on.
Naylor rips that one into right center field. That's going to be a 2-out knock. But I guess just to finish this up about the pitch clock, you wouldn't feel a certain amount of fatigue if you were working quickly during an inning, would you?
No, not really. And I don't know if I was fast or slow. I don't know. I know I wasn't like a snail around. I mean, I didn't get back up on the rubber either. But no, I don't think so. For one, we conditioned ourselves. I mean, we threw day after day. It was 2, 3, 4 days in a row. Here comes Matt Blake's in a little conversation. Just settle him down with 2 outs. Cody Petit's doing an excellent job here.
And Cody Petit actually is a little old school. Work fast, throw strikes, right? That was what we were taught as youngsters in the minor leagues.
And when you're working quick as a pitcher, now with the pitch clock, it's sometimes to your advantage, especially when the hitter's only allowed 1 time out. You know, you can really disrupt the rhythm of the hitter, knowing that, hey, I'm getting right back on the rubber and I'm throwing strikes. If you're pounding the zone with all 4 of your pitches, the hitter has really no time to try to think about, okay, what's he trying to do here? What's he, you know, I only have 1 timeout, and usually you're taking that with a 3-ball count.
We saw the pitches by inning for Petit, 73 total. Really has given the Yankees everything that they could have hoped for in this start. 2 down, it's Laureano up with 1st and 3rd. So there's action in that Yankee bullpen. You got to believe that Petit kind of smelling the finish line now. Play by Wells, keeping that in front.
You'd love to see him get this final out in the 6th inning. This could be his last hitter. Tremendous job by Cody Poteet so far.
Get that final out and enjoy that walk into the Yankee dugout. Heading the count 1-2. That's been a common theme for Poteet. Got him. Fouled off. Poteet thought he got him. Yes, he did get him as Wells applies the tag. And Cody Poteet makes his way through 6 innings. 1 run. Welcome back to the big leagues, Cody Poteet. Field coverage begins at 12:30 with the Audi batting practice today and the pregame, and then first pitch is scheduled for 1:35. And remember, if you get Yes on TV, then you get the Yes app for free, or you can sign up for a subscription. Cody Poteet walking off the mound and enjoying the congratulations from his teammates and coaching staff. Good for him.
Yeah, he deserved an outstanding job. 6 strong innings. Didn't walk a hitter.
New pitcher for the Guardians, Wes Parsons. He's the 27th member of the roster today with the doubleheader. It'll be his first appearance as a Guardian. And quickly ahead in the count 0-2 to Verdugo.
Yeah, fastball in the low 90s. He has a changeup, slider.
Slap the other way, and that's going to be a base hit for Verdugo. Seen a lot of that from him lately, going the other way.
Just tripped on his bat running to first, but nice job. Gets a curveball on the outside part of the play. There you see where Arias, the third baseman, playing him at shortstop, almost tripped on that skateboard. Somebody put that skateboard away.
Here's Oswaldo Cabrera. Double down the right field line, his last at bat and RBI. Continuing his red hot start. 333, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. Eight runs for the Yankees on 8 hits. They've left 7 on base. 1 run for the Guardians on 6 hits. They've left 4 on. Parsons came over from the Toronto Blue Jays for cash. As Austin Wells waiting on deck. Check swing. Did he go? He went. 1 down here in the 7th.
Wow, that was close. Could have went either way. I don't know about that one.
Third base umpire Tom Hanahan. The call. Wells had a sacrifice fly and an RBI his last at bat. First pitch swinging, loops it into left field. Gold Glover Kwan comes on, makes that play. 2 down. Hey fans, last season's Aaron Judge number 62 bobblehead giveaway that was rained out has been rescheduled for Saturday, April 20th. So come see the Yankees take on the Rays, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive an Aaron Judge number 62 bobblehead, the second of a two-part collectible set, courtesy of TikTok. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. 2 down for Anthony Volpe. Single, couple of runs, and continues to hit the ball hard. Get into a little bit of tough luck lately. The 3-0, taking all the way.
Are we in that unwritten rule area in the 7th inning?
7 runs,
teetering
7th inning. Yeah, I think we're right about there.
You take 3-0.
That goes out the window now. 3-1. Get a fastball that you like. That's going to be a 2-out base hit to left field for Volpe.
Off his knuckles, but he'll take it. That's where this fastball is. Nice job. Just getting over the shortstop's head.
Verdugo at second. Volpe is taking his lead off of first, and it's Juan Soto. Couple of walks, a 3-run home run. Rolled over to the right side. Naylor up with it to Parsons. And that'll do it for the top of the 7th inning. We're going to take this one to the bottom half of the 7th. Big Jim Thome. For the Bombers, 6 for the Guardians. A story like the guys just talked about. Cody Petit, Juan Soto with a 3-run blast, his third. Tristan McKenzie had to work hard to get through 4 innings, and old Yankee Estevan Florial 1 for 2 with a solo home run. That one swing responsible for the 1 run for the Guardians. We're going to look at Cody Petit, Statcast 3D on the pitch breakdown for Petit tonight.
Well, you like the fastball usage. Usually the changeup's a little bit more than the fastball, but I like it. 29, the changeup has always been his out pitch. Through the 4-seamer a couple times. He was outstanding. Really efficient with his pitches. Got him through 6.
Dennis Santana will take over. It'll be his 4th game.
Santana, good fastball, 94 to 95. He's got the slider. Start throwing the cutter this year. And a changeup.
Here's Florial, who had that solo home run. First homer as a Guardian. You can be a trusted member of any bullpen if a manager and pitching coach can trust you're going to come out throwing strikes, especially with a 7-run lead. That misses 3-1. That's a leadoff walk. Estevan Florial here in the 7th.
Well, that's when you lose trust.
Yes.
From your coaches, when you have an 8-1 lead. You're in the bottom half of the 7th inning. You have a leadoff walk.
Bring up catcher David Fry, 1 for 2 with a single in the 3rd.
Remember Lou Piniella in the dugout, and you walk the first hitter. Don't look at the dugout. He did not like any pitcher having any walks, especially leadoff when you have a big inning or 2 outs.
There's that cutter you were talking about, Nelly, a new pitch for him this year. I never had the pleasure of playing for sweet Lou Piniella. I missed him by a year with Tampa Bay.
He was a guy. He was perfect. You know, you look at Joe Torre, amazing manager as well, Hall of Famer, perfect for New York, because New York was a rat race, right? I mean,
yep.
He had tons of media.
Fouled off, going to find the seats.
Mr. Steinbrenner was a very passionate owner. The fans, very passionate fans. So he was perfect. Laid back, kept the media away from the players, allowed you to go out on the field and do your best. Lou was perfect in Seattle. You had the passion of a manager that you know, you saw it on the field as he played. You saw it on the field when there was a bad call. You missed that part, but he was perfect for Seattle. You needed someone with high energy and that carried over, and the expectation out in Seattle was a quiet place to play.
There's a career resume for sweet Lou Piniella. 18 years as a player, 2-time world champion with the Yankees, 23 seasons as a manager, 1990 world champion as the Reds manager, and a 3-time manager of the year. Was Dan Wilson your catcher on that Seattle team?
He was.
This one's popped up. Volpe calling for it. The only reason I ask is because all of the catchers, we had a nice little fraternity going on, and they would say that Lou Piniella was a tough manager to catch for.
He was. I mean, he didn't, you know, the first guy, he was a guy that hated pitchers anyway. You know, he took kind of the Billy Martin managerial style into his own managerial style. I think he should be a Hall of Fame. He's an incredible manager on his own. But you're right. You know, he was. He probably, like some of the pitches, or he probably put a lot of blame on catchers, or he put, you know, some of the pitches, some of the pitch sequences.
Yeah, the pitch selection was always a conversation, and you know, Toby Hall was a catcher who came up to Tampa Bay after I left there, and this poor kid was like, he didn't know how to handle Lou, right? Because it would constantly be going back and forth about, why'd you call that pitch? That was the wrong pitch in this situation. And finally, Toby went in the clubhouse and had it out with Lou, and they all figured it out. That's a 4-6-3 double play, just what the doctor ordered for Santana to end the 7th inning. Yankees lead this one 8-1. Lou Piniella would love this lead, but he doesn't like the major league umpires, and he'd let them know about it. Nobody better than sweet Lou Piniella. Moving from right field to left field, Stephen Kwan will get the rest of the evening off. Brennan takes over in right field. And Aaron Judge at the plate leading off the top of the 8th inning. 8-1 Bombers. Trying to complete the 2-game sweep in the day-night doubleheader. It'll be Judge, Rizzo, and Stanton here in the 8th. Nice crowd here at Progressive Field for Game 2, 31,066 for the second game of the doubleheader. Hard ground ball to shortstop. One down. The New York Yankees Foundation 50-50 raffle is now open. During every home game at Yankee Stadium, one lucky fan is going to win half the pot, and the other half is donated to the New York Yankees Foundation. Buy your tickets now at yankees.com/5050. Down for Anthony Rizzo, 2 for 4 in game 2. Want to look forward to tomorrow afternoon's game. Nestor Cortez will take the mound for the Yankees in the final game of the 3-game set. 1-1 record with a 3.5 for Nestor.
He looked great his last outing, going 8 innings against the Marlins.
Is there any better job in Major League Baseball than being a starting pitcher? When you throw 8 innings, you get to enjoy it for 4 days.
4 days off.
Yep. Get your work in. Look forward to your next start.
I wonder when, you know, he had that brilliant start against the Marlins. I wonder when he started thinking about their next walk. You know, that was the thing, because you start in the minor leagues, and that's probably why I couldn't start. You start thinking about it right away.
Ground ball up the middle. 2 down.
You enjoy it for a couple days, and then all of a sudden, anxiety starts kicking
I would
in.
think you would enjoy it for a night, right? Give yourself that, and then you start your routine in between starts, looking forward to the next one.
Yeah.
Two down for the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. Big swing and a miss. Oh for 3 for Stanton. Had a walk and an RBI in the first. Yankees put 2 on the board in the first, 4 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 8 on the night. And the 3-2 to Stanton. Swing and a miss. A 1-2-3 8th inning for Wes Parsons. We'll take this to the bottom of the 8th. Mason Yankees postgame and get highlights, analysis, and player reaction from this doubleheader. Plus Aaron Boone on the manager's report. That's all coming up next on Yes and the Yes app. Aaron Grisham takes over in center field. The captain, Aaron Judge, take the rest of the night off. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Guardians. Santana back out for his second inning of work. Rocchio 0 for 2. Batting average now at .233. Drives this one the other way. Verdugo on the move. Nice play. Outstanding range for Alex Verdugo, going a long way to his right to make that play.
Yeah, it's a great catch from a left-handed hitter. That ball is tailing away from him as well. Great jump. Catches it, little slide.
Nelly, when he came over to the Yankees, we heard that he's an outstanding corner defender, and he has lived up to that scouting report.
Well, you see this ball hit off of Rocchio, and that ball's tailing away from Verdugo. Outstanding catch.
First at bat for Will Brennan. First pitch swinging. Volpe on the backhand, and the accurate throw. 2 quick outs. Yankees flashing some leather here in the 8th.
Santana's pitching well. Maybe an old school save. 3-inning save for him.
2 down to bring up Jimenez. 1 for 3 on the evening. I'm sure every manager has nightmares that go through their mind about a split gate doubleheader as far as the pitching situation goes, but this one's not over yet, but it has gone as good as Aaron Boone could have hoped today.
Yeah, especially now, and especially in this game where you knew that you had 2 starters. You didn't know what you were going to get out of them, like Schmidt and Poteet, guys that don't go deep into the game. You're probably thinking right away, I may have to get 12 to 15 outs out of my bullpen. You got the 12 outs from the bullpen in the first game, and a great job by Poteet. And if Santana can eat up the rest of the game, that saves you for tomorrow.
Yeah, your high leverage guys worked in game 1. Hamilton for 2 innings. Clay Holmes picked up the save in his inning of work. Now you have a 7-run lead. Give those guys a little bit of a breather in that bullpen and look forward to tomorrow afternoon.
Well, those guys should just go to the phone and unplug it.
Swing and a miss. Another impressive inning for Dennis Santana. Yankees lead 8-1. Will take this baby to the 9th. Outstanding defensive play by Alex Verdugo.
And again, this ball is tailing away from Verdugo off the left-handed hitter, Rocchio. Great jump. Makes the catch, a little slide. You see Santana got to give your outfielder a little love after that catch.
A lot of reasons to smile in that Yankee dugout. 8-1 lead, 9th inning. Looking for a 2-game sweep of the day-night doubleheader. And a new pitcher for the Guardians, Scott Barlow. It'll be Torres, Verdugo, and Cabrera here in the 9th. There are the numbers for Barlow.
Barlow, low fastball, low 90s, 90, 91, slider, curveball. That was a backup slide.
Ron Marinaccio called up today for the 2nd game. Ground ball to 3rd. Arias up with it. The strong throw across the diamond, 1 down. Tomorrow on Yes, the Yankees wrap up this series with the Guardians here at Progressive Field. Coverage begins at 12:30 with the Audi batting practice today, and then the pregame, and then first pitch is scheduled for 1:35. And remember, if you get Yes on TV, then you definitely get the Yes app for free, or you can sign up for a subscription. Nestor Cortez will be on the mound tomorrow afternoon. Nelly, just a reminder, it's a day game after a night game. Quick turnaround for us.
So I have it off?
We'll see you. We'll see you.
Catchers usually have that off.
And there's good numbers from his last start. 8 innings, couple of hits for Nestor. Best start he's had in a long time.
Yeah, allowed 2 base runners. That was it. The same guy got 2 base hits in that game for the Marlins. No walks. 102 pitches. Had some hesitation going, dropped down a little bit with the fastball.
Sounds like the old Nestor that we used to see.
Yeah, I like seeing the hesitation. I like seeing him drop down. I mean, he's dropping down to righties and with that upshoot fastball. Felt really good, I'm sure, to give the Yankees those 8 innings.
Verdugo ahead in the count, 3-1.
You ever faced a guy that has hesitation on the mound? What'd that do to you?
Well, a guy like El Duque.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little hesitation, moves his arm angles, and a buddy of ours, David Cone, do the same thing. As Naylor up with a clean, 2 quick outs.
Yeah, Coney would do the little Louis T on every once in a while, go behind the rubber and hesitate.
Coney was a nightmare with right-handed hitters. Now, I think you don't like the sweeper terminology. I'm not a big fan of it as well. But if you remember David Cone's slider.
Big slider,
that
yes.
was a big slider.
I used to watch him when he was with the Royals and the Yankees. And when I was a Mariner at the Kingdome, our bullpen was out on the field. And I would sit there. I would watch certain guys on certain teams and see how they would go about their business. I wanted to learn, and I would say, you know what, I want to do that. He was one of them that I watched.
Well,
because he was probably the same arm angle.
Same arm angle as you. That's what I was just going to go to. Little 3/4, low 3/4. Now, is that something you naturally had even as a young player, or you just naturally your arm fell down into that slot?
I was a big Dennis Eckersley fan. It's one of the reasons why I wore 43. But
okay.
I emulated him. In Oakland, before, if you remember, before the fans were sitting behind home. I mean, you could go, because both locker rooms came down. You could sit behind home plate and you could watch the pitcher.
Yeah, great spot.
And I used to watch Dennis Eckersley and how he broke his hands and throws 3/4. And I always threw over top, and I was a starter, and I was a failed starter, so I said I better find something, or I'm going to be going home. And I went down and I started emulating him, and I'm like, all right, this is what I want to do. But I would sit. I mean, Roger Clemens. I'd watch how he would intimidate hitters.
Cabrera drives one the other way. Arias comes up with it. And 3 quick outs for Barlow in the top of the 9th. Yankees going to try to close it out in the bottom half. They lead 8-1. At overlay. Play along, win cash prizes, and earn Yes rewards to redeem for gift cards and gear. Download now, and remember that if you get Yes on TV, you definitely get the Yes app for free, or sign up for a subscription. Bottom of the 9th inning. Jahmai Jones takes over in left field for Verdugo, who moves to right field. So Juan Soto's evening is done. And a new Yankee pitcher, a very familiar Yankee pitcher, Ron Marinaccio, back in the big leagues trying to close this one out. Those are the numbers from last year, and this will be his season debut.
Yeah, put together some nice outings in AAA. 5 shutout appearances from Marinaccio, and he's got good stuff, fastball and a really good changeup, and it's just about controlling the zone.
3-4-5 for the Guardians. Ramirez, Naylor, and Laureano. Ramirez first pitch swinging out to right field. Verdugo underneath it, makes the play. 1 down. Maybe just off the end of the bat for Ramirez.
Well, you switch outfield positions and the ball's going to find you. There's a fastball. Yeah, probably off more towards the end of the bat.
Bring up Josh Naylor. Cleanup hitter for the Guardians. And there's that changeup drilled to right field and gone. Solo shot for Naylor, his 4th of the year. And it's 8-2 Yankees.
Well, the 2 power threats in the Guardians lineup, they were swinging at the first pitch. Ramirez got a fastball that he just gets off the end of the bat, drives it to right center field, and this is the first pitch changeup to Naylor, and he didn't miss it. There you see a hanging changeup. I'm a big fan of the first pitch changeup. It becomes a BP fastball when it's up in the zone like that. Doesn't have that good sink when it's down in the zone.
One down for Laureano. Fastball misses off the plate. 0 for 3, line out, ground out, and a strikeout. Fouled straight back just above us. Yankees looking to close this one out and start the season 12-3. Swing and a miss, 2 down.
A nice job right there after giving up the home run and coming back and getting this strikeout. You see the movement on this fastball at 93. Sit up on the outside, comes on the inside. Good pitch.
2 down for Esteban Florial. Change up, quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Marinaccio definitely filling up the strike zone coming out of that bullpen. Solo home run for Florial and a walk. 8 runs on the board for the Yankees on 9 hits. Looking for the split of the day-night doubleheader. They sweep to take the first 2 games, and I look forward to Nestor Cortez on the mound tomorrow afternoon. And the 1-2. Fly ball to center field. Grisham on. Ball game over. The Yankees are 12-3. A long day of baseball that ends with a lot of handshakes. They've won the first 5 series to begin the season. That is the 3rd time in franchise history. Got to go back to 1926 and 2010. So a long day of baseball, but a happy day for Aaron Boone as his club takes 2 games.
Flash, you know how hard it is to sweep a doubleheader. Outstanding job by the Yankees, an outstanding job by Cody Poteet. I know he got some runs early, took some pressure off a little bit, but coming up, getting his first start as a Yankee, going 6 innings, only giving up the 1 run, no walks. Outstanding job, and a great job by the bullpen as well. Santana picking up a couple of shutout innings. Nice job by the Yankees.
A lot of smiles for Juan Soto. He hit his 3rd home run of the year, a 3-run shot to really break this one open. We're going to come back, wrap it up. Yankees are now 12-3 on the year.